Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a requested video. I posted a day in the life video of me being a dental assistant like 11 months ago, and I got some comments that was wanting me to go into details about like how it was for me being a dental assistant, like pros and cons and like things like that. So I thought I'll just make a whole nother video and just go over that. I do have my iPad and I wrote down some stuff because there's no way that I was going to remember all of this, but pretty much like reasons for wanting to get into dental assistant, I'm gonna be honest with you, it was really because I was working in retail. Hours was crazy. I was working Monday through Friday. I was working Saturdays, Sunday, holidays, like all of that, and it was just too much. And I was just like, I really want to have like a set schedule. And to be honest, there's not many places that you can work in that actually has a set schedule. So I was like, I know if I wanted to be a nurse, you literally gonna be on call, gotta work all kinds of hours. That wasn't gonna be for me. No shade to any of the nurses, but just wasn't for me. And I was like, I wanted to do something in healthcare, but pretty much everybody that works in healthcare, the only people that are able to have like a set schedule is like pretty much like dentists, or like working in the dental field, or like dental assistants, dental hygienists, stuff like that. So I was like, let me just give that a try. Personally, I really had no like interest in like teeth, mouth. I hate spit. Like, I don't, honestly, I have no idea why I even chose dental assistant, to be honest, but other than the schedule. And I was like, I mean, once I go through school and stuff, if I see like I don't like it or it's not for me, I have a chance to just go. The school that I went to was a technical, like a community college. So in order to get into programs like that, it's very like the classes and stuff are very small. So it's only like 14 or 15 people that actually get into the program. So it's not necessarily like, oh, you got to be the smartest of the bunch. It's not even that. It's just pretty much like you're on like this like score and scale system. So like the more stuff that you have will kind of rank you up higher. And I'm gonna be honest, when I applied to be in the program, I actually didn't get in initially. So they told me that they would put me on a wait list. So the wait list pretty much works like if, let's say somebody applied for dental assisting and dental hygiene, and they were like, oh, well, I'm gonna do dental hygiene, then now there is an extra spot in dental assistant, and they'll go through the waiting list and actually put you on there. I think I was like number 7 or 8 on the waiting list. So I guess 7 or 8 people decided they didn't want to do it no more. I got an email and that they bumped me up, and then I was now going to be in the program. As far as getting into the program, there wasn't really like a lot of stuff that you had to do. There was like, of course, like prereqs and stuff that you had to take. I honestly don't remember half of them, but there was prereqs for you to take, and then like if you like shadowed at a dental office, you got more scores. Like if you were like a CNA, you got like more points. And I don't remember exactly how the point system worked, but pretty much the more points you have, the better chance of you getting in. As far as getting into the program too, other than that point system, it's a lot. Like, not even like the classes and stuff that you have to take, but like they literally make you go to your doctor and get like all your vaccines, and like if you don't get those vaccines, it ain't happening. You're not getting in the program. I went through dental assistant in I think it was like 2018. I think like 2018. So like COVID wasn't really like around then. But honestly, I feel like now it's probably like you gotta have the COVID vaccine, you gotta have all that. And personally, if it was now time, like when I actually went through the program and you had to get the COVID vaccine, I wouldn't have even did it. Cause I'm just like, you shouldn't force someone to get something that they don't want. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much my experience in school, when I tell y'all I wanted to quit so much, like day one, the first day, I left out of class, like at the end of the day, and I went and go and cried in my car in the parking deck, because I was just like, how is this day one? Like day one, you're supposed to be going over the syllabus, and it's supposed to be a joke. Like it's not even supposed to be like nothing real going on or anything like that. But when I tell y'all, day one, we was taking x-rays. I didn't even know what an x-ray was. We was taking x-rays, and it was to the point where I thought it was like, oh, okay, so they just getting us like familiar with the stuff. Nah, that first x-ray that you took, that was graded, and if it was bad, you only had like 3 other chances in order to take the x-ray good, in order for you not to get kicked out the program. Honestly, looking back, I don't know how I made it, because it was so hard. It was so hard. And I'm just like, Are other schools going through this? Like when I say hard, I mean like you take a test, 85 or better. If you ain't there, they'll let you retake it again. If you still don't pass, you kicked out the program. And it does not matter where you are in the program. You could be 1 month in, you could be a semester in, you could be at the end of the semester. It doesn't matter. Like they're gonna kick you out. And it was tough. And it's just like, not necessarily saying like a person shouldn't give their best, but you literally had to give your best on every single thing. And it was told too, like before you take it, oh, just a heads up, if you don't pass this, you get one other try, and if you don't pass that, you're kicked out the program. So it's just like, not only are you taking a test and you stressed about it, but they telling you that you're gonna get kicked out of the program. So it's like now you're even more nervous, even more stressed taking the test. And I don't know, I just thought it was a lot. There was a lot of rules and stuff at school, like to where like your nails and stuff, like you can't have like no polish on your nails. Your nails couldn't even be like, they couldn't see your nails, like if your hands are up like this. You couldn't have clear polish on your nails. You couldn't wear earrings. Makeup was like to a minimum if you wore makeup. Socks had to be, it was either socks had to be black or white or something, and they couldn't see your ankles or anything like that. In the beginning of class, they would come around the classroom and everybody had to put their hands like this on the desk, and they come in and inspecting them. And if any of this stuff is like not within the requirements that you want, you're getting points off. And not points off to where like, oh, okay, it don't matter. No, this is points off of your grade. So it's just like you had to take it serious. Your hair, whenever we was in like our clinical part, it had to be pulled up in a ponytail. It could not be like at your neck, anything like that. Like I could not have my hair like this. I would have to have like pulled it back, put it in a ponytail and stuff. And like they dead ass coming around checking y'all. Like I'm just like, sheesh, is it really that serious? Like y'all really doing all this? And I mean, like I can get some of the reasons of like some of the things or whatever, like sanitary, like stuff like that. But I'm just like, we wasn't even really doing anything. Like it was even to the point of in class, like when we wasn't even in clinical rotations, they were coming around literally inspecting our hands. Like we're not even doing nothing. We're looking at textbooks. It's not that serious. But to them it was. So, but yeah. So program wise, it was, I think it was 3 semesters. We started in the fall, and then we did the spring, and then it was something in the summer. So like it was literally like from August to August. So it was a 1-year program. It was so tough, y'all. And like, I'm not saying this to scare anybody, but it was really, really hard. Looking back though, so one thing I can say is like, if you are going through the dental assistant program, don't give up. Because looking back, I'm like, why was I crying about that? Like what? Why was I crying? But it's just like, it's tough and it's new. And you know, like as a person going through something new, it's scary. It's scary. Don't give up, because overall in the end, like when you're done, like I cried too. Like I was crying all through the program. I was crying because it was hard. I was crying because I was fucking done. I was like, I'm over it. I'm tired. I'm ready. But graduating was the best feeling ever. Like I literally cried walking across the stage. After school, you go out into the real world, and that shit ain't nothing like school. Nothing. It's just kind of like, forget everything you learned in school, and we're gonna teach you all over again. So not saying school wasn't helpful. It was definitely helpful, but it was to the point where you had to know what teeth, like there was like a tooth and you had to know whether it was on the top, whether it was on the bottom, whether it was on the right side, the left side, what quadrant, all that. It was a lot. Honestly, that was probably the hardest class out of everything. I passed that class with like a 73, like, and that was me giving my best. Like science is hard for me, but that was me giving my best. I passed that with a 73. That was the only class I was just like, if I'm gonna fail this program, it's gonna be because of that. But I did like study. I met like a couple friends in the class, and we actually like studied and stuff together. And one thing too, I don't know if like your school would be strict or whatever, but with my school, do not take a test in the same location that someone else is taking a test if y'all are in the same class. We had some girls that were in my class and they took tests at the same time in the same location, and they kicked them out. It's like they were saying that they was cheating, but to be honest, they didn't even talk to each other like at all. But it was because they looked at the IP address and they saw that they was taking it at the same time, so they said y'all cheating, and they kicked them out. And I'm just like, that's crazy. Like they will kick you out for everything. But it's just like at the end, it's it was good. And looking back, I would do it all over again, to be honest, especially now because I know like a lot. I graduated in 2019, so like I have like almost 6 years of experience now, and since leaving, I only wanted to do pediatrics. I don't know why now, honestly, but these kids is crazy. But I knew I didn't want to work with adults. No. Oral surgery was an option. I thought about that, but then I also thought I would get bored, because I was like, all you're doing is just pulling teeth out. That's it. And I'm just like, that's fun. I do like that, but it's just like, that's all your day consists of. I'm like, I don't know. Ortho, like orthodontics and stuff with braces, that's a whole nother ball game. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I applied to a lot of orthodontist places, and because you don't have any experience, they are not gonna let you in that door. And honestly, it does not matter how much experience you have as a dental assistant. If you're not an orthodontic dental assistant, it ain't happening. I applied to so many, and then they were like, oh, I'm sorry, you don't have any experience. I'm just like, what is wrong with the world? Like, you got to give people a chance in order for them to get experience. Like, it was annoying. So getting into pediatrics, it's a lot. Like, at first I'm just like, I don't know if I can do this, but now it grows on you, the kids grow on you. But I do want to go over pros and cons, because I feel like I ain't really go over pros and cons yet. But let me see. So we'll start with pros first. So I'm gonna say one pro is working Monday through Thursday, which I kind of said that. There's some offices where you open up on Fridays and like they'll put the kids to sleep, or you'll come in for like trainings and stuff. But like for the most part, your schedule is not strictly Monday through Friday, which I love. Like Saturday and Sunday come fast. I be needing that extra day Friday, even if it's to not do nothing at all. Cause after working Monday through Thursday, like it's taxing, especially with them kids screaming and crying all the time. Like, you need that day. I couldn't imagine working 5 days a week every week. And I know I'm saying it's being spoiled, because I know 5 days out of the week is normal, but those 4-day weeks is enough for me. Like 3 days would have been even better, but I'm gonna take what I got. Okay, so no weekends, I already said that. Long holiday breaks, working at a dental office, I would say that's really good. Like for Thanksgiving, normally they're closed the whole week of Thanksgiving, so you have time with your families. And then for Christmas, you normally get like 2 weeks off. It'll normally be like 5 days before Christmas, and then you don't come back until the day after New Year. It's like they give you a long break. But they ain't really doing that, to be honest, to help employees. I feel like they do it because you're not really going to get any patients, and they're pretty much paying employees to be there, and nobody's going to come. Like for instance, the first day of school, offices are always closed on the first day of school, or they're doing something else, because ain't nobody coming to the dentist on the first day of school. All the kids are going to school, so they'll be closed that day. So that's not really, oh, we want to give y'all a break. No, it's because they pretty much going to be paying us and not getting no employees. And I feel the same thing for like Thanksgiving break, people going to go see their families. Christmas break, people going to go see their families. So it's like, it's no point. But I do like that, because although you get like your PTO and everything throughout the week, if you were to use that up before like the holiday time come, you know, like, oh, it's fine, because you're still gonna get more time to get off to just like relax if you need it, which you gonna need it with them kids. But let's see, kid friendly activities. So I've like shadowed in like general offices and like stuff like that, and honestly, it's not really kid friendly at all. Like laying back, getting your teeth cleaned as an adult, you just staring up at the ceiling. There was one office I went to, and it was like a picture. I need a TV, but they're not gonna put TVs like that because they feel like we're adults and we don't need that. But working in a pediatric office, the office that I work at, we got TVs everywhere. Honestly, most pediatric places does. But TVs everywhere on the ceiling for the kids when they lay back, so that way they'll like get them focused on something else, you know, other than the fact of like, this person is about to drill on my tooth, I'm getting my teeth clean, I don't want to be here. It's different. Also, we have like a lot of like fun things we do, like dress up for Christmas, dress up for Halloween. We do like a lot of fun things, and I feel like if you worked at a place that wasn't kid friendly, it wouldn't be that fun. Like everything is so fun and inviting at my office. Like as soon as you walk in the door, like the kids love it. Like, you know, it's just like really like cute stuff like that. Pro pay. Well actually I'm a say half and then half for the cons. So I'm gonna say pro pay, you have to work your way up though. I'm gonna just say that because when I first started out as a dental assistant, I got paid $15 an hour. And I was just like, 15 for all the work that we do. I was mad, but also it's like you have to really advocate for yourself. Like so it'll be hard a little bit because you just coming out of school, you don't have any experience, so they're not gonna like pay you a shit ton. Like you can't go in there being crazy. But I feel like I should have asked for more. Like it's 15, but 15 6 years ago, that's not like, I mean, it's not a lot, but at the time it wasn't like inflation, rent wasn't high as fuck, groceries wasn't high as hell, you know, like stuff like that. So it was a little bit more bearable then. But honestly, making $15 an hour, I was still struggling, to be honest, making that amount. But I'm gonna say pay for a pro, because now 6 years later I make way more than that. And I'm not gonna say how much I get paid because I don't know if anybody watching this that I know, you don't need to be up in my business and know an account in my pocket. So we're just gonna say that pay is pretty good, depending on where you are in like experience. One thing too that I really love is whenever the kids come in and they're like so scared. Now there's a difference between being bad as fuck and then being scared. I'ma say when the kids come in and then they're like really, really scared, they think like when they get their tooth pulled, getting their teeth clean, all that stuff is gonna be so scary for them and they're crying and like freaking out and stuff. I love like, cause I feel like I'm pretty cool, pretty chill, pretty calm and stuff. And like, I can literally talk them into pretty much doing everything, like bribing them, like, oh, if you do this, I'll give you a prize at the end. Or if you do this, y'all do this, you know? And like, I feel like with kids, if you bribe them, you can pretty much get anything out of them. So I love when they actually come in and they're so scared, and then by the time they actually leave, they're like so happy. And then I'm like, so was it as bad as you thought? And they're like, no, I had fun, this was the best day ever. Now, not always will that happen, and we're gonna get to that on the cons, but for the most part, most of the kids, I feel like I can pretty much convince them to do stuff and they're happy when they leave. I'm gonna say, honestly, those are really the only pros. If I could go back, I don't know if I would have picked pediatrics, to be honest. So now I'm gonna get to cons. So I'm gonna say pay. And the only reason that I put them on both ends was because I have some friends that actually are dental assistants too. And it's like these jobs will try to lowball you. And I'll be telling them like, you can't do that. And I also had someone tell me, and that's what made me tell them, they're like, bro, you should be making way more money. A couple years ago, you know, I had a friend that was like, hey, you need to be making way more than that. Like, I got less experience than you and you make that. And I was just like, oh, what a fucking eye-opener, because I'm about to start asking for more fucking money. So going forward, I just did that. And I would say, if you're scared to speak up, then I would say pay would be a con. And dental assistants nowadays are very scarce. So like, if you have the experience, especially in the specialty that you want, ask for more money. To be honest, like one thing that I have learned in life, not even being a dental assistant, is the least that someone can do is tell you no. If you don't ask, you won't know. So just go for it. If they say no, at least you ask, and now you don't have to worry about leaving and then being like, dang, I wish I would have asked for more, and now you're beating yourself up about it. There's no need to beat yourself up about it. Just ask them. The dentist that you work for. Hold on, let's see. I'm gonna tread lightly with this one. I would say, out of all the dentists that I have ever worked for, my favorite dentist that I have ever worked for was two dentists when I lived in Florida. And I kind of want to say their names. I don't know. I don't know if I want to say their names. Or I'm going to say this. I'm going to say their first names, because I don't want to say their last names, because I feel like the dentists get called by their last names all the time. So people maybe know. But Beth, and the other one is Natalia. And those dentists were the best. Like, it's crazy. Like, if we would have never moved from Florida, I would have stayed there, because it's just like they actually care about you. Like, you're not just a number, you're not just at work and they just like, oh, you need to make my money, go do this and that. No, like, it felt like a family. Like, it was just like the best experience. And especially coming from an office where like they don't care, like it's just like, go do this, go do that, go do that. Like, it was no type of relationship, no type of bonds, like it was nothing. Like, I know that these dentists, if I was to go to them and like need them, they would have my back. And I'm not even talking about work wise, I'm just talking about just in general. Like, they were the best. So Beth and Natalia, I have had a dentist throw some shit at me before. I have had a dentist look at me like I was crazy as hell when I handed them something that they looking at me like, why the fuck did you hand me that? I don't know, like, they will make you feel like shit. They will actually find an office where the dentists are really, really sweet and actually really care about you, then that's gonna be it for you. And I would say, like, that's very hard, like very hard to find, to be honest, because I feel like a lot of dentists are just stuck in their ways. I don't know, like, they just, I don't know, they just them. But I would say, if you do end up at an office and you actually don't like them, don't give up and be like, oh, I want to do dental assistant. That actually happened to me. And I was just like, yeah, I don't even want to do dental assistant anymore, because I can't take this. Like, they all rude. They are not. Like, it's just, you got to find another place. Like, find another place. And it won't be that bad. It's not bad. The con, like I said, school was really, really hard. But, I mean, in life, shit gonna be hard. So it's just like, if you really want it, you got to do it, you know? So I would say that. Overworked. Boy, it does not matter how much money you get paid. I feel like as a dental assistant, you are always overworked. Like, you on go, go, go. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, mentally, it is a lot. And I'm speaking because I work with kids, so it's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. Like, all the screaming and crying, like all the energy that you have to give all day, constantly at 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, I just woke up, like, I don't want to hear no scream. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, that burnout is real. It is. Like, I'm 6 years in as a dental assistant, and I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I don't know, like, I got my own goals that I'm working on right now. I know, like, me being a dental assistant, that's not gonna be forever. That's just not something that I want to do forever. But for now, it works. It pays the bills. Like, it doesn't stress me out too much. So, you know, small raise increases. I feel like every job that I've worked at, other than when I work with these other places that I just said, when you get a pay increase, like, they was giving dollars and dollars, you know. And at places that I've been other than those, it's like, oh, 50 cents, 25 cents. Y'all could have kept that. Y'all could have kept that, because that is nothing. That is nothing. It's like, it make you feel like shit because you already overworked as it is. So it's like, I don't know. It's like, it's like a slap in the face. Like, I would have rather you slap my ass in the face than to give me that 25. Like for real. I have worked at one office before where I was like stressed out, annoyed. I was gonna quit on them. And you know what I did? I walked in that office and I said, look, I need a raise. I do this, and this. And they gave me one. They gave me, like, what was it? It was like $1.50. Why? Probably one, because they know that I was a good employee, and like the fact that I came in there and said I need a raise, they was like, all right, she might be on the way out the door. And that was the case, because I'm just like, this is just too much and this is not gonna work. Now, I ain't saying bust up in these offices and tell them like, oh, I need a raise. No, I ain't saying to do that. But it was just like, I got to the point where I was just fed up, and I'm just like, for how much I'm getting paid, there's no way that I'm about to sit here and just keep being overworked and getting paid this little bit amount. Like, that's just not happening. But yeah, it's like, I don't know what is up. Like, it's inflation now. Everything is high, and they want to give like little 25, 50 cents. Like, that's nothing. That is not going to do anything. You're not going to see any change on your paycheck. To be honest, it's probably just going to be going to taxes anyway. But yeah, what else I got on here? Lazy coworkers. everywhere you go, there's gonna be lazy coworkers though, but there's always lazy coworkers everywhere you go. Like people that don't want to work, they don't want to do shit. And I mean, I have my moments too, where I get like that, but it's mostly I get like that because I see other people being lazy. So now I'm like, all right, so now I'm about to do all this shit, and then you over there just not doing shit. So I'm not about to be doing shit. So it's really that, and it's just I'm just gonna piggyback off of someone else. If you know what I'm saying, like if you're gonna do that, oh, I'm gonna do the same. The last thing, really, I would say as a con is in dental assistant, you were just working around females. Like there's no men ever. I worked with one guy before, but I'm gonna be honest, he was right there with the women because he was starting the drama and all that stuff too. I'm just like, okay, so you're a guy. I thought him coming in, he would be like the more like chill and not being in people's business. He was the messiest one out of everybody. But yeah, you're gonna just be mostly working around females, and you know when you work around females, it's always drama. It's always people talking shit about everybody. I'm gonna be honest, I am probably one of the best people as far as like drama and stuff in the office, because you want to know why? I mind my business. I mind my business. I come in to work, I do my job, and I leave. It ain't no making no friends. Like I ain't coming here to make friends. Like y'all don't need to know my personal life. Y'all don't need to know my business. Y'all don't need to know anything. It's just like everybody at work always telling a business, and then the next person talking about the next person. I'm just like, I'm not gonna give y'all nothing to talk about. And if I do say something, it's because it's not personal. It's something that everybody knows or that I don't care to talk to y'all about. But y'all will not get any personal information out of me. Like it's none of your business. What's even crazier about that, y'all, is for our little Christmas party thing that we just had at work, my dentist gave awards to everybody, and my award was Go Hard in the Paint 2024, because he said I was a very hard worker and I literally just come into work and do my job and I leave. And he said sometimes he'd be like, dang, she don't even want to come hang in the break room with us. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Like that's literally what I be on, because I'm just like, I got friends outside of work that are true friends that's not gonna sit and talk shit about me, that actually care about me. So I have no intentions of being friends with none of y'all. But I can say at my last job before I got to this job, I have met two girls that I'm still cool as fuck to this day. Like I mean like ride or fucking die. Like honestly, when I first started working there, I didn't even think we was gonna be cool like that, but they are cool as fuck, and I will always talk to them. And to be honest, those are probably the only and the closest friends that I've ever had at any job, because I don't try to make friends, but that was just natural and that was just real. So yeah, it is what it is. This video getting long. I'm at like 30 minutes already, but I'm trying to think of anything else before I end this video, because I ain't really got too much more else to say. But if I didn't answer any questions that y'all had, just comment below and I'll make another one to answer the rest. But I feel like I pretty much covered everything. Don't short yourself, don't limit yourself. There's so many places that you can work at if you want to be a dental assistant. Like don't get stuck at just doing orthodontics or just doing pediatrics or just doing this or that. Like that's why when you're at school, they'll let you shadow through all these places, so that way you can actually know which one you do want to do. Wait, I can't believe that I almost forgot this one. This is with the screaming, crying kids. Like the kids will drain you, y'all. Like working in pediatrics, they will drain you. Like if you have kids, hold on, if you have kids, especially like little ones that like to cry, if you go to work and have to deal with those crying kids and they have to come home to crying kids, you're gonna lose your fucking mind. You will lose your fucking mind, like for real. So I would just think about that before actually, if you really want to do that, because that will drive you crazy, for real. Like sometimes I just like go into the bathroom and I'm just like, oh my God, what the fuck? When I be ready to run out of there, because I be tired of hearing the crying, the screaming, the oh my God, y'all. Oh my God. But yeah, so anyway, I'm just about to go ahead and end this video because I ain't really got much else to say. I'm just gonna be complaining. But yeah, so hope I answered y'all questions, and if not, comment below and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.